Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of College or Whatever. It's Wednesday, it's April 8th, and we are at the end of the semester. Life is busy, capstone project, and everything. That's what's going on in my life. So I know last week I didn't upload the episode on our YouTube channel or any of our platforms. Sorry for that, because life is super hectic right now. In 10 days, my capstone project is due, so I'm trying to get that thing done. But guess what? Next week, you're going to get the first exclusive look into my short film. I've been working really hard. My team has worked really hard. I know earlier in semester, we had a great time producing that film. We had a lot of people involved in this film, so a lot of people... it's a lot of weight. So next week, we have both of our main actor, Srijal and Jordi, is joining us on the show to talk about their experience with the short film, and more on that on our social media. So keep following on that. So that's what's going on in my life. But today we have another great guest. So last Tuesday, March 30, there was a Founders Day for USM. And on that day, our university usually give out awards to the best student across university. So without any further delay, today's guest, he is a freshman political science major from Patel with a 4.0 GPA. He is a Lockheed scholar, recently got a mentor for that, more on that soon, and he's a member of Student Government Association. He's also part of Student Alumni Association, Speed and Debate, and the Pre-Law Society. He serves as a flight ambassador with the Office of Scholarship and Financial Wellness, as well as Ursula McCarthy Scholar. So without any further delay, let's welcome Zeke Jackson. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
And sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. So, how has your... I know, I have a lot of questions to ask because this is a lot of things you're involved in, and you're just freshman. This is your second semester. How do you manage time?
How do I manage time? Well, really, when it comes to managing time, it's all about making sure you do one task at a time. And so, I'm a strong advocate of a calendar and a to-do list. Like, I'm using those two like bread and butter. So, like, I'm using those two to help me manage my time and hopefully, do all the tasks that I need to. But, I think it's also important, and something that I've learned recently is, and I'm the last person that, feels the need to want to take a break, but we all need one.
We do, definitely.
And so managing time is about doing the tasks, doing some of the tasks you need to, obviously, but also managing time for yourself to do the things that not only help you mentally, but also help you prepare for further things that you might need to be able to do. So, yeah.
That's a wonderful answer. What app do you use, by the way? I'm just curious, because I do try to manage my life. It's like I'm involved in multiple things, too, so it's really hectic.
I got two apps for you.
Okay.
One, we all have Outlook. I use the Outlook calendar religiously. And then second, I use Google Tasks. Google Tasks is nice for me because I can separate each of different classes or different things. So like I'll have Spanish, speech and debate, immediate my task, or Eagle connection, or like just different things that follow subgroup. And then under all of those titles, I just put the tasks that I need to do. And so when I do those tasks, it's like, oh, I accomplished something. So like task makes you feel that way. But yeah, those are two apps I use, and I use them to help me not only manage time, but also just like keep track with everything.
I use Microsoft To-Do app because it's free. For calendar, I prefer Google Calendar, but the way I have synced up my calendar everywhere. So it's either if I need to update something on my Microsoft Outlook calendar, it automatically gets synced into Google Calendar or Apple Calendar. So everything is synced up. So it makes your life really easy. So if anybody out there, if you are involved like us in multiple thing and you have a lot of things, just manage your time and definitely take a break. That's the thing I'm gonna recommend. There will be time you're gonna burn out. There are gonna be a lot of things. That's where I'm at the stage of my life. It's a burnout time because you have a lot of things you need to finish at the end of the semester. But at the end of the day, try to manage time. Try to find out time for yourself, and enjoy life. On that topic, since you're involved in so many things, there must be some kind of burnout, or there must be some kind of mental toll, mental stress going on. How do you keep up with that?
How much time do we have?
We have as much as you want.
So, with all the involvement, yeah, I'm pretty involved in a lot of things. You read off probably the whole list, and a lot more being added on in the coming, months, few years, and when it comes to like all this involvement and balancing that with academics, I've realized that it's not necessarily like doing the tasks or doing these things and being involved, because I love being involved, and it's that involvement that's helped me mentally and things like that, because I I was telling you before the show, like I love people, I love helping people, and that's what I do. And, I value being able to help people. And so with that said, that's why I say so involved, because, I could care less about like having, these leadership positions or things like that. But, my main focus is helping make something better, just a little bit better, making an impact and leaving a place better than I found it. And so obviously, like you said, it comes with mental challenges
Sure.
and things like that. And so I guess for me, it would be just, it's not necessarily me doing, all of the involvement, but like mentally having, people, there's a lot of talk, there's a lot of things, said about individuals behind closed doors and things like that. And I just, first of all, I believe, like if we're all, because I'm not the only one like involved, in the University of Southern Mississippi, and I wouldn't want it to be that way. But there are so many people here involved at the University of Southern Mississippi, and obviously they also probably have their mental problems that they go through when it comes to being so involved. But the thing is that we need to be uplifting each other through that involvement, because we are all trying to work towards one goal, and that one goal is being able to make something better, make the university a little bit better. And we all do that. But we can't necessarily give our best when people, obviously are, talking and, just spreading things that are like so much negativity. And so that's been my main, challenge mentally, is battling the negativity. And so, I've, had so many situations over this past semester, and it's, really just challenged me at being able to like keep my head up, keep smiling. I know there's people out there that depend on me, that need me. And so, that's how I deal with it mentally. And so with that said, I appreciate those people because they're helping me stay afloat. And so it's these types of conversations that I think nobody is willing to have,
Sure.
like, I mean, there's so much, like involvement and fraternity sorority life and all those things are the hub of things that are talked about on what's called Yik Yak. And so
Sure.
like that's a big thing for like anonymous users, just saying, what they would like. And so, I feel like that damages people who, are so involved and or trying to get involved, like there's people out there that, are just starting, trying to like figure it out, want to get involved in something, maybe a fraternity, maybe a sorority. And, like we should be commending these people rather than, hating on them. And
I
so
agree.
mentally, we need to be more caring towards these people, and talk about succeeding together, when it comes to involvement, rather than seeing each other as competition, seeing each other in ways that aren't necessarily true. But like, I feel like getting to understand people is the most important thing, first and foremost. So, I think going back to like that mentality and dealing with the mental stress, it's first of all dealing with it by not only talking to people, but also just knowing that there are people out there that depend on you. And so and know yourself, know like what you do it for, how you do it, and why you do it. And for me, that why is me helping people, and that's as genuine as I can be for that matter. So that's not only how I deal with the mental strain of being so involved, but also how it works, like just the mental aspect of being so involved. So yeah.
You put it in such a nice way, and you open up. I love the fact that you open up about your how people drag you for doing something good, but still you're trying to find the positive aspect of overall situation. I know, like Reddit, that's another platform, or like IKEApp. There's, I forget the other name, but there's a bunch of such apps where people are just hiding behind and talking negative about someone else. Who they can't do in real life. They can't come to your face and say, "Oh, this is wrong." Like if something, I would love for people to talk negative about myself, but tell me what's wrong so I can improve. That's my whole. That's how I go by my life. Like I'm fine. You not liking certain thing. That's your opinion. But if I'm doing something wrong, just tell me so I can improve. Just don't talk behind my back that I did something wrong, which we have not done anything wrong. So I hope people. I love your statement about how we should support each other to grow. Definitely, I'm happy you're on the show. I know we talk a little bit before the show how like I want to grow this show a lot, and without bringing amazing guests who want to support, like it's not possible. So it's like both way communication. Without guests, I won't be able to run this. I'll be talking myself, and just bringing individual like you, just fascinating. Something I forgot in the beginning to announce was, by the way, he's the most outstanding freshman of 2026. I read everything, but I forgot to announce about that. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Definitely you deserve, like with all those involvement. Now, I want to backtrack to your high school.
Okay.
So I believe you went to Petal High School.
Mm-hmm.
How was the high school? Was it like, were you involved equally, like how you're involved right now?
I will say, man, it takes me back. That question takes me back. But I was very involved at Petal. I didn't really start getting like entrenched or like as involved as I should have been, but until my junior year. So my junior year, I really like started ramping things up because I found out like who I was and who I wanted to be. But like, I love being involved, but like I would say here at USM, I'm more involved than I was in high school, but I feel like I'm more prepared for it. And Petal High School really prepared me for those tasks and those things I had to go through. But I mean, I loved Petal High School. I made a lot of great friends, and they helped me along the way. But I feel like there was development that needed to happen between my senior year and my freshman year of college, obviously. And that development was really crucial because in some aspects I needed to grow up, do better.
Yes.
And it's those types of things that once you notice that, you take that with you and apply it so you can be a better person and do better things and find out a better version of yourself and try harder in those aspects. So yeah.
I was quite opposite, by the way. Like during my high school, I was involved in to certain extent, but the amount I'm involved right now in the university is whole different me.
Right.
I'm the quiet kid in the classroom. I just want to go to school, read, get home. Like that was me. But since I joined university, I just need to do something. This is the great opportunity. This is a place where you can experiment. You meet a lot of people. So I'm glad you are involving so early. During my freshman year, during my first semester, I was still finding my way to the new culture and everything, coming from whole different country. And second semester is when I really started getting involved more. So right now I'm having best time. I'm not ready to graduate, but just so you know, I know your first year is almost over. Now next 3 is gonna go by so quickly.
Right.
It's gonna be like blink. So something I want to know is, did you had any expectation about like college, and did that meet, and or was it different than your expectation?
So, coming to the University of Southern Mississippi, I I had a huge expectation for myself, but I also had expectations for like what the university had to offer. And so when it came to like first of all what the university had to offer, the expectation was, when I think of USM, you know, it's I really do think it's a university like people tend to sleep on. But we have to like realize, this is a R1 Carnegie Research
Sure.
like institution. Like this is a great institution. So I think that the expectation here is greatness, and I really believe that with all my heart because, Dr. Paul puts it best. We chase our goals audaciously, and we chase that with persistent, like we're persistent, relentlessly, and relentlessly. I mean, and so like we chase those with relentless persistence is what I mean. But he puts it best when he says that because these goals and the things that we're expected of make us ready for life. And so I was thinking like for the University of Southern Mississippi, that expectation is the bar is up here. Like the bar is high.
Very high.
Because people come here, ready to be leaders, trained to be leaders. And so, I'm so grateful to be, a part of that expectation, a part of, a staff and a student body that not only wants to meet that expectation, but exceed it. But, that also comes with like an expectation for myself because I'm knowing that, my expectations were, first of all, I wanted to grow. I want to become a better person socially, you know what I'm saying? So like I wanted to, make more connections, meet more people, make more friends, just talk to these people and do the best that I can to, make lasting friendships and relationships. And so like those types of things, are so important to me because I didn't necessarily take advantage of that in high school. I didn't like necessarily hang out with the members of my class when I should have when I had the chance. And so when I'm thinking about it now, I'm not going to lose that opportunity. Like
Beautiful, yeah.
I'm going to try my best for that now. But expectation wise, academically and involvement, like my goal was to exceed the expectation. And so the expectation for me was work hard, do the things you can do, because not only I said this before and I say it again, people are depending on me, and I want to do my best for them, per se, and that expectation, I want to exceed expectation, the best that I can, because I know my main goal is wanting to help people, and so I can't really necessarily give my all if I'm not exceeding that barrier. And so the expectation for me was, not only having a hard work ethic, but sometimes, that looks like, doing it alone, doing it tired, that expectation is, you always set your most people at least, always set their expectation higher than the bar. And so that bar is something that people not only want to be at but exceed. And so it's it's mind-boggling sometimes because I'm that person, you know. I know there's a lot of people out there that are perfectionists. And so, you know, I I was that person. And so expectation wise, you know, I set that bar for myself. So, I mean, that's about it when it comes to expectation, but yeah.
Wow. So I think you're doing great, by the way. Like I'm
Thank
still
you.
amazed. Like in freshman year, that's a lot of thing to get involved. Where do you see in next 3 year? Do you want to get involved? Like, do you have any like? Oh, I would love to be part of this community because we have a lot of thing. What's your? Do you have anything expectation in a way for the next 3 years?
Next 3 years, I'm, you know, I don't think I'll stop. You know,
Mm.
like I think I'll, you know, continue to get involved. Next 3 years, just like some high points. I see myself, you know, doing some more internships, hopefully, in political science, doing research with professors. But involvement wise, you know, I'd love to do Southern style, you know, because I think, you know, freshmen have a hard time enough trying to figure it out, getting into a new environment. And so they are like the people that you see that help you through that journey. And like that's again my main goal. I love to help people. And so if I could just make their situations a little bit better, obviously I would love to do that. I would love, in somewhat mean or fashion, uh, maybe vice president, president of the Student Government Association. I would love to have that happen. But one thing that I would also love more so is to see more people involved in the Student Government Association, see more people in these leadership positions, you know what I'm saying? I think, you know, I can't do it alone, obviously. So I I want to see people, you know, succeed and have these leadership positions and, you know, donate their time to the betterment of another thing, you know, and for in this instance, it's the university. Um, but yeah, I would love to. I want to join Keystone for the Honors College and do some research for that. Uh, but I probably have some more goals out there, but that's the ones off the top of my head. So
Wow, I can definitely see you being president of SCA.
I
Um,
appreciate that.
I probably will be graduated by then, but all the best for all of your goals, and hopefully you reach. Definitely, he gonna reach all of them.
Mm.
I'm very confident on that. We're gonna take a quick little break, and we'll be right back with more conversation. Hello, welcome back. You're listening to College of Whatever. We're having an amazing, amazing conversation. Welcome back again to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
So we were just talking about Speech and Debate Club, which is one of the oldest student organization, I believe, on campus, along with SCA and Student Media. They are some of the oldest. They have been way before we were even born. They
Yeah.
have been here for quite a while. So, what's your role in Speech and Debate Club?
So my role, the role I play in the speech and debate team is, you know, I'm there to, you know, obviously compete, but also like help people, you know, within the team, you know, learn how these certain things, you know, work and just how they go. Um, but some of the things I've gotten to do this year, my role, obviously, you know, debate. We do this thing called, well, our format of debate is IPDA or TIPTA, which IPDA is like a one-on-one debate versus TIPTA is like a two-on-two debate. But beyond like doing debate, there's also a speech aspect. And so I'm heavy in like the speech aspect of speech and debate. So I do a lot of platform speaking events. There's also acting events in speech and debate, and then there's also like limited preparation events where you get a certain amount of time and you have to give a speech after that time is
Oh
up.
wow,
Yeah, it's difficult.
it
It's
must be
very
a lot of pressure.
for some it can be like a lot of pressure. I actually find it very fun.
And
So
how much time do you get usually?
so there's two events.
Mhm.
Well, there's three actually. So there's editorial impromptu. Um, I'm not necessarily like in that event as much, so I can't tell you as much as I would like
Mhm.
to. But like the ones I'm most familiar with is one impromptu. You have 7 minutes like total, 7 minutes total to of time, and you can use like for example, you have 2 minutes of prep, 5 minutes for your speech. So you want to kind of like balance that preparation. So I mean, it's good practice. It's good practice to use like a minute 30 to 2 minutes of prep, and then like 5 minutes for your speech or 5:30. But then there's also extemporaneous speaking, where you have 30 minutes of prep and you give a 7 minute speech. So
Wow.
extemp is my favorite, but I wish my coaches don't put me impromptu. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah. So my role is really just in speech, but I've done a lot of debate, and I want to do more debate next year on the team. We recently came off a pretty great tournament at LSU, and beat a lot of like top tier like teams.
It's
I mean,
wonderful.
that was a great opportunity for me, and like a great opportunity for the team to see that what we can do on that level. So
Yeah,
yeah,
congratulations, by the way, for all those awards.
thank you.
Because I have walked, like, if you walk down the college hall, you're going to see a lot of awards. And I think 90% of them come from speech and debate team,
Yes.
which is wonderful to see. So, are you competing in any other, like, this semester anymore?
So this semester we have the IPDA nationals. So like that's the debate national tournament, and that should be like the last one of the year. It's basically like wrapped up now, and heading into the off season, and hopefully have some things prepared for next year. That's what I'm working on. So yeah.
All the best. All the best. Like, I'm trying to find, like, this, we could have literally every episode for everything you're involved, because this is amazing. So what are you involved with Student Government Association?
Okay, so currently I'll just like keep it short so we can probably move on to some of the other things. But I was recently the vice chair of Freshman Council, and that's our executive branch of SGA. And Freshman Council really is about just learning about what the SGA does and what about the three branches of government. And so we'll put on like events and do community service, but like we're also learning about the Student Government Association. But I just recently got elected as a senator for the College of Arts and Sciences, and I just want to say, first of all, thank you to everyone who supported me during that process, and I'll try my best to write good legislation. I'll work extremely hard during every single Senate meeting to make sure y'all's voices are heard. And so that's my whole thing within SGA. So yeah.
All the best with that too. And again, Lucky Day Scholar uses a mentor, I believe. That's what you said.
Yes. Just recently, last week, got mentor for the Lucky Day Scholars program. I'm very grateful for that opportunity. Not even necessarily for even getting the scholarship. I have a lot of people from Pedo High School coming in, and I really just want the opportunity, that I could say like I was their mentor. I really, it all goes back to like giving back, helping people. And I just want to give back to the Lucky Day Scholars program, because at one point, I was worried about how am I going to pay for college, man? Like that's how that's the question we all,
That's the first question, to be honest.
right. And so you know, Lucky Day came through for me. Like that scholarship really helped me, and it helped me see the value in not only helping others, but that aspect of servant leadership, giving back to something that gave so much to you. And so that's my whole thing, is like wanting to help others. And so if I can help this program as best as I can, I surely will do that.
It's wonderful. It's fun to mentor because once you know so much information you want to give out to the people, just help them out. I was mentored last summer for like international student. Then coming off, I feel like I'm gonna apply again. They just opened the mentorship form for this summer, so I might apply again. It was really fun. I made wonderful new international students from different country, and just talking with them are my experience, so they can have the best experience coming off from completely different countries to over the U.S. Now I want to move into a flight ambassador with the Office of Scholarship and Financial Wellness.
Right. Flight ambassadors. So this is really about helping students learn about financial things with like just not only personal finances, but also like dealing with finances in college, because I think it's very important that students here learn what the GO system is. And I was like fascinated to learn how many people don't know what the GO system is. Like that is like scholarships that you can get to pay for your college, and just by filling out the general application, you can get scholarships just like automatically. Like your name is put into like this random thing, I guess, like
System.
yeah, like this random system that just like puts your name in there and says like, hey, you got a scholarship. Like recently I got a Clyde Kennard Memorial Scholarship, and I didn't even like apply for it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you don't have to like do the essays or like fill out the things for it, but like by doing the general application, you've already applied for it, basically, which is so cool. And so like Flight Ambassadors helps with that financial wellness and those scholarships. And so they host like workshops, and we do tabling. I've been in a couple of tablings this semester and last semester. We did a tabling last semester on we did it on financial goals, creating financial goals for like long term and even short term. And so that was very fun, and just creating some experience. Like I'm a political science major. Like you asked, like what business am I doing in like financial stuff? But like we all deal with financial stuff.
We do.
And so it's very important for like experience, and I love that.
Yes, like Go system. I wasn't aware about Go system when I came like my freshman year, which I feel really bad because I missed out on a lot of good opportunity. But as soon as I found out, I could apply for more scholarship. Like I don't even have to apply. Like recently, I got one scholarship, like you said, out of nowhere. I just did general application a few months prior, like before the deadline, and it was just 2 weeks. It was a week ago, I believe. I think it was last week. I got email saying, "Congratulations, you got this scholarship." Yeah. I was so happy. So please do apply if you are confused. I think we can, even if you want to, I can bring somebody from like Office of Scholarship over here and so talk about everything about financial, how to finance your education. That would be a great episode. Yeah. Definitely. Okay, we're gonna keep moving.
Okay.
Eagle Connection.
Oh, one of my favorites. Oh man. Shout out Houston Cosby. I'm just Eagle Connection for me was like it was something that really helped me entrench myself in the university. Like the moment I got the acceptance for Eagle Connection, the first thing I really thought about is like, man, I'm really gonna help people, come to the university. Like I want to be the reason why people have a Southern Miss Y, if that makes sense. Like I want them to know, like, Zeke, that guy, he helped me get to this university by telling me his story and things like that. And now I'm having my own experience here at Southern Miss. And that's what's so beautiful about it, is that Eagle Connection tour guides, all those amazing people that help incoming maybe transfers or freshmen or whoever they're giving a tour to, these amazing people that are tour guides are able to tell their stories and get them to the university. Because you can say like all this information about a building or like what this organization does, but I feel like there's nothing more important than being able to explain why you personally came to the university. And selling that is very important because everybody's unique. And so those unique stories are very important. Like I hear so many current members of Eagle Connection and so many just new members like myself, tell their Southern Miss why. And I'm like, man, these are like great. Some people are like legacies. They come from like generations of people that went to Southern Miss. And then you have like first gen students like myself who, just, have the opportunity to like help people. And so I love Eagle Connection because you get to give these tours and make connections and make friends and lasting relationships. So yeah.
That's beautiful. Student Alumni Association.
One of my favorites again. Alden Bennett and Tucker Sappington, the two that run basically the organization. But there's also like more people that do run it. So shout out to all of them. They help with keeping traditions here on campus. Some of the things that you hear constantly, things like lighting the way, screaming eagles, like things during Golden Eagle Welcome Week, homecoming. They are the ones behind that, and I love those things because they are the ones who helped me make my Southern Miss Y, and that's why I give back to the Student Alumni Association, because it was events like homecoming, screaming eagles, painting the Eagle Walk that helped me become a part of the university and build a community. And so I want other people, by helping the Student Alumni Association, have those same experiences and realize that Southern Miss can too become their home. And so that's really what Student Alumni Association does. They keep up with traditions. They help you make connections and networking, community service. They're a great organization to get a part of. I really love what they're doing this year because they're getting students more involved, and I would love to see more people involved and succeeding within that organization as well.
Now, Pre-Law Society.
Pre-Law Society. As a political science major, I have to preface this. I don't even plan on even going to law school. I plan to like write legislation and be a public policy analyst at a think tank. But I think the experience is one that I wouldn't trade for the world because, like, obviously law and legislation are like within the same realm. And so recently, just today, we got exec came out, and I'm the new social media manager.
Yes, congratulations again.
Thank you. And with that said, I feel like it comes with the responsibility of helping grow the Pre-Law Society and helping like political science, legal studies, individuals join the organization and make connections with law schools that help them take that next step. And so Pre-Law Society helps you with that. It has LSAT panels, panels with law schools around you. These types of things help these students get involved with this profession. And so, I feel like it is my duty now to get that more out there so I can help as many people as possible see these opportunities and take advantage of those. And so, as the like social media manager now, it's my job to create different types of graphics that help me and help others, better understand the organization and what it does.
Yes. Just so if anybody know me, like really well, if you go in my Instagram, I found out in a very, I don't know how to put it, it's a good way or bad way. I found out that Instagram only allow up to 10 account in a phone. That's the limit. Because I'm a social media manager for like a lot of organizations since I came to campus. Everybody were just handing out me um, like Instagram for different club and stuff. Right now, I'm just focusing mostly on college or whatever, and my friend Progress is handling a lot of things. Like I was so involved with social media that I had to take a break. So right now, if you go to my personal account, I'm not active at all because it was mentally I was completely drained out the amount of social media I was consuming, and it has been really great.
Mm.
But all the best with that too. Did I miss anything?
Uh, you know, I guess like I'm also an Osceola McCarty scholar.
Yes.
Um, I recently went to a ribbon cutting for that, which was very cool. They had Osceola McCarty's home museum basically.
Yes, I went this Saturday. I went to the museum right across the street.
Hmm.
I think it's African American Military
Yeah.
Museum, but I did not have time to go to a McCarthy house. But yeah, please continue.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity being able to tour that house, but um we just there's a lot of things like that are built within like doing community service and like doing meetings with our advisor Hector, and he helps us, you know, just through the process of like developing through college. But yeah, that's what OCO McCarty basically is.
I hope I didn't miss anything else. Mm, yeah, all the best for your future. I see right you are evolving. You're already like you are now running for senator, and then you're gonna go above being a vice president and president for SCA in future. So you are climbing up and up, which is great to see. And you still have a few more years left. I want to know how many meetings do you go in a week?
Ooh. In a week,
Or
like
in a day? I don't know.
okay, so like my calendar in a week, like this week, I'm gonna just take a look at this real quick, cause I know I'm basically slammed in April, and so
Yeah, this is a busy week, by the way. A busy month.
yeah, so like over this week I have like 11 things to do, like I just, that's just me counting on my calendar. These are like events or like meetings or like things that I'm just involved with, and so like I guess being here was one of those things. So
Yes.
like so yeah,
Like, thank you for making time for this. So
absolutely.
that's wonderful. Like, do you get enough sleep?
Who needs sleep, bro? Who needs it? I'm kidding. I sleep. But I am a light sleeper though. Like so I'm easy to wake, which is funny, but like I value sleep. I do value it.
Recently, yeah, that's what I've been trying to focus on. Before, I used to sleep probably 4 or 5 hours, and I used to be fine, I would say.
That's fair.
But right now, I'm trying to get at least 6, 7 amount of sleep. It's really helpful though. Like when you sleep well, you can focus more.
Absolutely.
We are at the end of the time, and I just have one big question to ask. Since you're a freshman now going to sophomore, you do have gain a lot of experience. So whoever is coming up now after summer, we're gonna have a whole new people coming up. What would be your biggest suggestion to them?
My biggest suggestion to them, and I'm so glad you asked this, is don't be afraid to put yourself out there. You know, there's going to be times where, I've been in these shoes and so many of my peers have, there's going to be times where you start to question, why am I putting myself out there? Why am I doing the things that I'm doing? Like why are people, saying this or doing that or treating me like this? But all I have to say is make sure that you keep your head up. Make sure you stay around people that are going to uplift you. And all in all, if you know like what your heart desires, what your true message is, then you know that and run with it. Because another thing that we don't necessarily talk about is, being able to just try. Because if you don't try, you never know if it'll work. And so, and it's about putting yourself out there. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, you putting yourself out there and sometimes something didn't work, it didn't work out. But like at least you tried, and that's the first step. And so new freshmen coming in, do what you believe is right. And so with that said, like putting yourself out there is one of the best things you can do. Make friends, make these connections, and it'll take you a very long way. So don't be afraid of it.
Everything is said. That's 100% true. Something else I want to add more on that is when you come to university, freshman year, that's completely whole different world from your high school. It's completely different. You're gonna meet so many different individuals. It is a great experience, but there will be a time when you're gonna feel low. There will be a time when certain things will not work out. There will be a lot of stress from work, financial. There are gonna be a lot of things. Just so you know, you're not alone. Like everybody will be. If you are experiencing something, there are people out there who are experiencing the same thing. It's either happiness or sadness or anything. So if you're ever struggling, or even if you just want to share something happiness, please make that connection early on. But even if you felt like you didn't make enough connection early on, it doesn't matter. Like even in your sophomore year, try go find the club you want to go to the event. There's hundreds of events per semester, or just message us in college or whatever. I'm down to just chat with you. We don't have to do a podcast. Like something, I'm such a different person on my third year compared to what I was in my freshman. I was that kind of guy who was scared to get involved. Who was like, because I've been introvert. I'm trying to find a word. I'm like big introvert guy, which I'm still am to a certain extent. But like my freshman, I was scared to just talk to people.
Right.
But once you find, just the certain time I was like, no, I need to go to the event. I need to just go to certain club meeting and see where it goes. And it worked out. Right. I met the people that I can talk thing I love with. And that has been wonderful. I have improved a lot since then doing this podcast, which is another great thing I love doing. And yeah, now we are end of the time. Thank you for coming. If there's anything you want to say before we sign off, please.
I guess I just want to say love you all. Thank y'all for watching. And Southern Miss to the top.
Southern Miss to the top. So thank you everyone who watched this episode. I know I'm a little behind from the last episode, but that will be coming out hopefully this week. I'm trying my best. There's only 24 hours in a day, so I'm trying to utilize every single hour. But yeah, go follow us on our social media, college or whatever. We are also on TikTok, YouTube. Go follow me over there. It's under my name, ROCHAKBASNET, Rochak Basnet. Shout out to Progress Adhikari for helping me with the production behind the microphone. He's running the board. And we have multiple episodes still coming throughout the April. Wonderful. Hope you are all having a great semester. End of the semester. Enjoy, have fun, and we'll be back with more awesome content next week. Bye-bye.